Hey guys, how are you? Welcome everyone to the EBM Scholars. A couple days ago I made a video with the breaking news about the DV Lottery 2022, and I gave you some sources where I got some information about the DV 2022, and in that video I talked about two things. Number one is the confirmation that the DV 2022 is there. The second part is the actual dates of the DV 2022. So now we know for sure the DV 2022 is there, and it will be there in October 1st to November 3rd. So there are few things I want to make sure that you know in advance. Things which you need to prepare yourself and your derivatives, your children or your spouse, when it comes to applying the DV lottery. Because I know millions of people, trust me on this one, they get what we call technical knockout because they do not know what the mistakes they are doing. Remember, what is happening is the US government is going nowadays to do more than usual number. They used to take around 80,000 winners, but this DV 2021 past one, they took 132,000. That is a big number of people. Why? Because they know many people will not be given the visas. So they are taking just as a backup plan. So what does that mean? It means, number one, don't make unnecessary mistakes. Because when you do the mistakes, what you know to happen, you are going not to be taken even into the application. Because you can apply, but then in order to be put into the random selection, there are what they call qualifying applicants, that those who didn't do duplicate, whatever. There are few things they are going through the first check, and then you might win. But even if you have won, you might end up being denied because of the mistakes you have done into the application form. So I don't want you to be denied the visa after winning just because you made unnecessary mistakes, which can be avoidable. And many people, they do these mistakes because they do not know, or someone is lying to you. So welcome everyone, this is Ernest Boniface Makulilo EBM talking to you from my home office here in Belton, Missouri. I'm having some cold, allergy, whatever you call it, but I don't know the status, and tomorrow I'll have an appointment for COVID test. So I don't know, because the entire family have been sick for more than 5 days so far. So that's the reason. So if I'm not feeling well and my voice is a little bit changing, that is the reason. But that hasn't stopped me to make this quick update to you. So these are the important things you need to prepare, or things you need to know before you go for the application. Number one, which is number one rule I tell everyone, don't trust anyone. By not trusting anyone, don't allow anyone to fill that form for you. I usually tell people, because everyone, EBM, can you apply for me? Or you are going to find an agent, you go to the cyber center, you are going to the internet cafe, you pay someone to apply for you. Don't do that mistake. You'll come to regret. For the DV 2021, I received over 11 cases where people have won the DV lottery. Someone filled the form on behalf of them. They didn't give you the email they used. They didn't give you back your confirmation number, and they know you have won. They have been telling them, give me 5,000 or 10,000, otherwise I'm not giving you the case number. That means you have no option. You have to pay someone. So someone is going to blackmail you. DV 2020, it happened the same. In Nairobi, in Liberia, in Sierra Leone, I have so many cases where people have won, but because the internet cafe person, the cyber, wherever you go to that room, someone is filling on your behalf, like, give me your name, is filling for you, is using his email, he's keeping the confirmation number, and if you win, he's going to charge you extra money. So don't do that mistake. That is mistake number one. Someone to fill the form for you. Why? Majority of people, they will come back again to come to blackmail you. That is one of the bigger mistake. But another mistake is, if you give someone to fill the form for you, there is a very high chance for that person to make a mistake on your form. For instance, I can give you an example. My name is Ernest Boniface Makulilo. My middle name is Boniface with the B-O-N-I-F-A-C-E, face. But in my family, there are some people, they put Boniface with a P-H-A-C-E. So if someone, you give someone to write you the name, because that is not your name, I can just write off this way. I can put a wrong spelling. Instead of putting Makulilo, I can put double L. And at the time you're coming to look for the results, you are going having a problem. So that is number one problem. Don't trust any person. The application form is very, very simple. The application form has the following things. Your name, first, you start with the last, middle, first. Obviously, so your names. No one knows your name better than yourself. Date of birth. You know your date of birth. Why do you need to trust another person to write date of birth for you? Where were you born? Where were you born? These people get confused, like, okay, where were I born? Don't forget about the village, whatever. Because you are applicant, just find the place of birth, which is in your passport, write that one. The city. So don't, bro, but meaning it was not a city, it was a small town, or was a village. Forget about anything. Write the birthplace as it is written in your passport. Your passport information must match the DV application. So, date of birth, place of birth, then gender, and you just tick. You don't need to complicate. Your highest level of education, is it primary, bachelor, whatever. If you are a student at the university, some university courses, if you are whatever, so you tick that one. There is no indicating work experience in that way until you win. Then to upload the photo, I'll come to make sure that you have the photo. Photo, background like this one must be full white, not blue, because I know many countries passport photos, they have blue background, not blue. You'll be, I mean, you can apply, it will go through, but you'll be technically knockout because your passport background is not white. Don't wear glasses, even if you have prescription glasses, don't wear glasses. Is a new regulation, passport photos in US standard, you are not allowed to wear glasses, so you have to take it off. My advice is not a requirement. I usually tell people, don't wear white, because some people will like to wear white shirt, like you look like so much official, but it doesn't look good. You have white shirt and you have white background. It's not a regulation, but just for me, I usually advise people to do that way, so that the picture can be a little bit cleaner, some sort of that way. The picture, if you have any problem, I can put my phone number. I can be able to edit some people's phone, edit it for people, but also I can be able to give the link, the video. I have a video on how to edit the photo. There is a website, you just go there, you upload your photo, it does for you. So it's not that very difficult. It takes less than 50 seconds to edit your photo. Don't go and start doing Photoshop by the photo background was maybe pink and you're going to change. No, go and take the new photo with the white background. So the biggest requirement for me is just a photo. If you have the photo, the rest you can do by yourself. That's why my only help I can do it to you is number one, to make sure that you have the correct photo. Are you married? If you are married, don't tell me about your girlfriend. Don't be lied that if you are married, you have more chance. Forget about that. If you are really married, apply as married. If you are single, apply as single. Because if you apply as a single while you are married and your marriage certificate is 2010 and you are in 2020, you are going to be disqualified. Go and read the instruction of the DV lottery. I will explain this in detail in another video. If you have children, make sure that you indicate the number of children. Don't bring to me, oh, my child was sick, so I was not able to take the photo. Or I'm in Dubai, but my family is in Nairobi. I don't care. They don't care about all those excuses. Because if you don't mention you have a child, you will never bring that child again in your life. Because if you bring that child in at the interview, they are going to deny you the visa completely because you lied. And lying to this one is a total disqualification. So make sure, get the passport photos in advance. Right now, ask someone to take the photo so that the photo you see, if it is a problem, you can go and ask another photo. Make sure that you have the photo of all your children. And the children, we mean the children of your biological children, the children of your wife or your husband if they are stepchildren. As long as you are married, the children of your spouse, the person maybe in a previous marriage, those are stepchildren. You are allowed to add them. and adopted children. Adopted children must be legal adoption. Not because you are paying school fees for your relative, but you are assuming that you have adopted that child. No. Adopted children must be legally adopted. You must have the court document that you have adopted. Not, oh, my brother died, so I'm just paying the school fees, so I'm going to add this one. You'll be disqualified down the road. So these are the mistakes people are doing all the time. And in the end, they are not given the visas because of the technicalities. So apart from that, what other important things which are very critical to consider before you go to apply for the DV 2022? Passport. Remember, when we talk about passport, it's just like this one. But this is American passport, so passport of your country. Because when I was giving an example, you need to have a passport. People think that you must have an American passport. No, you must have a passport of your country. In the passport, if you look with this, I'm not going to put it like this bio page, the page which has your picture and information, usually there is a place with a passport number. So in the application, you must include the passport number. This is a new requirement was introduced last year in the last DV lottery. This requirement is still there. The aim is to protect people from scamming or using just like fake names, and then they come to say that they have won. They want a person who is applying is a real person. And the passport must be a valid passport, not expired passport. So if your passport is expiring October 5th, application is starting on October 1st, passport hasn't been expired yet. So go ahead and apply. I know people from East Africa, they usually say, oh, but in East Africa, we are starting the new electronic passport. Yes, but if your passport is 2026, that passport is still valid. It hasn't been expired, the date. So you can use it. But what if you don't have a passport? If you don't have a passport, there is what we call emergency or temporary passport. This type of passport you use to travel within your region. For instance, if you are Tanzanian or if you are Kenyan, you use that passport to travel within East African. It's a piece of paper like this one. So you apply and you get that one within a day or 2 days. You get that one because it's just a piece of paper. They can give you maybe 6 months or 3 months to expire. That means you can go from the same region like East Africa. You can fly from Tanzania to Rwanda, Tanzania to Kenya, Kenya to South Sudan, South Sudan to Uganda, Uganda to Rwanda. All those areas you can use a temporary passport. If you're from West Africa, they have their own temporary passport. The piece of paper temporary passport to travel within the region of West Africa in ECOWAS. If you go to SADC, the same way they have those kind of temporary passport. So go and apply for the temporary passport. In Tanzania, temporary passport you get within 2 days, maximum 3 days, but usually it's within 2 days. Even sometimes within the same day you can get it. And how much it is? It is less than $10 to apply the temporary passport. I know that one, and so you get temporary passport, and the same number you use, you can use the number as long as it hasn't been expired. So remember, if you don't have the passport, get the passport in advance. So that is another thing which is very, very critical. Another important thing to understand, this is the time where many people get scammed. You go to the wrong website. People do not know what is the correct website for the DV lottery. So you end up into the Google search and write DV lottery or DV 2022. You'll find so many websites, and 99% of those are fake, are scams. They know this is the time. That's how they get people. They will tell you to pay the money to apply online, then they can assure you are going to win. US government doesn't have any agent to work on their behalf. To apply for the DV lottery, you must apply on the correct website. And the correct website for the government of the United States is any website with the domain. At the end of the website must have the .gov, .government, .gov. That is the official government domain for the US government. So any website that doesn't have .gov at the end, that is a wrong, fake website. Don't apply in any website with .com, .net, .org, whatever it is with those nice pictures. You are going to be scammed. Don't pay, even if they say it is $10 or $2. Don't pay. Just assume how many of you will pay $2. How many people they are millions they get the money. So don't go get scammed. The free application is free of charge. It is a very simple application. You can be able to go and fill the form and do everything within less than 5 minutes. As long as you have the correct photos, within less than 5 minutes, you can complete the form on your own. So the official website, I'll put on the link in the description, but nowadays the official website is called dvprogram.state.gov. It used to be a different website. It used to be dvlottery.state.gov, but even if you click the original one, it will automatically redirect you to the new website, which is the dvprogram.state.gov, which is the website which you used to check the results. It's the same website you will be going there to apply. Don't apply in any other website. Don't pay through PayPal. Don't pay through Western Union. Don't pay in any other form. Don't trust anybody. Even if it is me, don't trust me to make application on your behalf. I trust you. Take responsibility of your life, because if you cannot fill the DV lottery form, the simple form of your name, date of birth, how are you going to come to America? What are you going to come to do? If you cannot fill that form, will you be able to survive here? And I usually tell my colleagues in Africa that, okay, do you know why Africa sometimes we don't develop? Sometimes there are things which are very simple we can be able to do as a country, as a government, but we ended up waiting for white people, Westerners, to come to do certain things for us. It ends up even to build toilets. Sometimes we have to wait for maybe UNDP to come to build the toilets for us. Really? Toilet? So those are the problems we are facing. So don't wait, even someone in America, someone in Khartoum, whatever, someone in a capital city to help you to fill the form. You'll be scammed, trust me. It is a simple, take pride of your life. And if you apply, and don't be scammed, tell you, oh, if you apply at midnight, you're going to win. If you apply at this time, if you apply at this internet cafe, you're going to win. There is no trick on that. It doesn't matter whether it's morning, whether it's afternoon, whether it's evening. It doesn't matter whether you apply on the first day, whether you apply on the last day. All applications, no one cares at what time you applied, whether you are the first or the last. They are going to put all together on the after application. They are going to roll the winners from the random selection. So don't be into that kind of category. Oh, if you do this, we're going to win. This is a guarantee way. There is no guarantee way. Myself, I know this way because there are some people back in the day I used to apply on the first day, the last day, but I usually tell people don't apply on the last day, because on the last day, internet is very, very slow. You might not sometimes succeed to apply. That is the problem of waiting on the last day. But out of that reason, you can apply at any time. Because if you wait midnight of Nairobi, it is afternoon in the US, it is morning in China, another country. So you are morning, it doesn't mean that it's morning in America. That is how it works. So let me end up here. But those are the most important few things you have to consider yourself to prepare before you go to apply for the DV 2022. And I wish you all the best. And I will be happy to answer any question which you might have in regarding to the new DV lottery. I don't want you to make any mistake or be scammed of any way for this particular situation. So thank you so much and have a nice day.